Okie dokie, everybody. Welcome back. You're here at the Fox Den with Peter Voss, the Papa Fox, and we're going to continue playing Pillars of Eternity. Had to get that right there for a second. By Obsidian Entertainment. When we last left off, we had talked with this woman here, Kainra, and she's having some domestic issues, to put it lightly. She was apparently beaten by her husband, who has taken up with the wrong sort of people. Apparently there were drugs mixed in with all of that, and we're going to help her out. We had also talked with the barkeep up here, and we're going to continue exploring this little area. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. A dragon is outlined in charcoal pencil. The thick, jagged lines and the faint smell of sulfur suggest that the artist completed this sketch in a hurry. Oh, that's funny. Okay, it's all stealing. We don't want to do that. Let's see what we got back here. Okay, nothing too important. An actor and a merchant. The painting depicts the Glanfathan ruins, and the canvas bears the rough brushstrokes of a talented amateur. Amateur. Whichever way you want to talk about it. A dwarf and an Orlan debate philosophy on the other side of this curtain. That's always fun. I love philosophy. It's one of the most important things that we have going on. I mean, Gaffel the drunkard leaves the stronghold. Yay! Goodbye. Okay, I'm not going to deal with him. Okay, yeah, philosophy is a very, very important thing. I mean, it's one of those things where it really has a lot to do with how you go about solving problems, how you go about figuring out how to figure things out. I guess that's the best way of putting it. Let's see what we got here. Scattered amongst such titles as Flora of the Living Lands, Unity and Disunity, A History of the Deadfire Archipelago, and treatises on the Kulklin people, are half a dozen travel journals held together with twine. Ooh, that sounds like it would be actually interesting to read.
How do you do?
An Orlan man relaxes with his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlan woman with him exchange laughs and comments with the trio at a nearby table. He spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look... I always do that. I should not do that. Oh my goodness. You look like you've seen a night or two out in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Who are all of you? The name's Two-Tone Weeksall. The lady next to me is Key. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we're hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet. For the next few weeks, anyway. Dreadshot Daedon. A man at the next table nods at you. I'm Dreadshot Daedon, and this is Hurdy and Ilfa. We are part of separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. He ticks several items off his fingers. Beasts, barbarians, Beowicks. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but a prosperous one too. At the next table, Daedon raises his glass. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Was there something else you wanted? Yeah, let's leave. Let's go ahead and talk with Key, if we can. Nope. Let's go ahead and talk with Ilfa. Nope. Deadshot. Nope. Okay. And Hurdy. Hurdy. Gertie, Hurdy. Hello. Okay. Can't do that. Let's see what else we have to look at. That is free and clear to loot. Let's go ahead and do that.
The work of a moment.
Okay, we got some lockpicks and some fruit. Why would somebody keep fruit in a chest is beyond me, especially if it's not refrigerated. That could be quite yucky. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, the most unfortunate tale of Favia and Bernat, a Valian tragedy. Okay, cool. We got another book that we can put back into our keep, which is nice. Cool beans. Let's go back downstairs, and now we're going to explore the rest of this area. I can't remember what it's called, but there we go. So, how are you all doing? I am doing wonderfully. Just had some nice, yummy... I'm recording this right after I recorded Tyranny, so you probably already heard all of this by now. So, well, there we go. Let's see. We are in the Copper Lane. Okay, yes, that's what I remember. So let's be about it. And we could go down for a quick look and come right back out. This is Dalton. He's a comer. Dalton's your friend, not mine. I don't really care. Okay. I don't particularly want to shack up with the Expedition Hall just yet. So we'll see what happens. It looks like this is the town crier. Let's go ahead and talk with him. No. Please move along. Peregrine. Hello again, the Orlin woman says in a familiar tone. Thanks for visiting my store. I'm still trying to recover from losing that cargo, she says with a huff. My inventory isn't what it used to be. Hopefully, I've got something you'll like. Show me your wares. Okay, we got traps aplenty. And just traps. Traps, just traps. Okay. Poisonous cloud trap. Right click for details. Sunlance trap. Ooh, Sunlance trap looks like it might be interesting. Holy fire. Ooh. Now that looks like it would be pretty cool. Concussive missiles. Nope. Well, we might come back here. Let's talk with Laura.
Welcome.
The young woman stands by a cart, watching the crowd with large, bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Show me your wares. Okay, we got a lot of very expensive stuff. A lot of potions and stuff that we can use. Let's look at all of these. Seal of Faith. Only usable by priests. Whoa. That's actually really useful. We don't have enough money for that, but that would be incredible. Telda's Ring. Okay, that's also very useful. +2 second level spell uses, +1 fourth level. We still can't afford that. Deflection, of course, and protection, of course. Alrighty. Well, we'll come back here again at some point anyway. Justicars. Armor, or Justiciar, whichever way you want to look at it. The merchant smiles brightly. Well, I almost did it again. Well met, traveler. Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journeys? Show me your wares. Okay, we got dragon meat. That'll be useful. Dragon egg, also useful. We might. This would be useful, like if you're going to talk with somebody and you find out later that you need something to augment your abilities. So we're definitely going to want to take a look at that later. And my headphones just fell out of my ear hole. Let's go ahead and put that back in, so to speak. Okay. Igrun.
How do you do?
Igrun stands behind a tall Igrun stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look? You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay. Outside Solon's, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. What's so special about Sonniddled? Oh, whoa!
Hello!
Whoa, okay. Haha, clicked the wrong one. She operates in the Expedition Hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder. Sells the best equipment in the city, but when unkept, keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozens, and anyone else she takes a liking to. Well, let's see what you have for sale. I actually don't really buy a whole lot of special stuff from vendors. I usually just keep to whatever it is I can loot. But, well, there we go. Okay, we got the arquebus. Let's compare that to... Compare? 46. The fine herbalist is still much better. And this is extremely slow. Let's take a look at the arquebus. Okay, cool. Very slow. Let's take a look at what these are. Borisane. Okay. 20% of damage restored as endurance. That's very useful. The lady's hand. Ooh, very pretty. Lost Thane's reach. That's a pike. Okay, if you want to hit somebody from... This would actually be useful on a second line melee dude, I would assume. So if you have Eder up in front and then you wanted to put like Kana in back with... I actually might do that at some point. Give him a reach. Yes, that actually might be a very good idea. Huh. I wonder why I hadn't thought of that before. Okay.
Light, flame, and sound.
Let's go ahead and loot this barrel. Oh, right, I've forgotten. We can go back here. Let's actually see what we can see.
They'll never know I'm here.
I highly doubt that. Okay, looks like nothing. Let's go ahead and get this barrel. And we got some mead. I have the need. The need for mead. Mead's actually delicious stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of the mead that I find in stores most often is kind of sold as liqueurs. I actually really like the drier meads, the meads that are actually supposed to be, you know, that. It's very delicious. Oh, let's go ahead and save our game here because this looks like it's going to be an encounter of some sort anyway. Ah! We just looted the table right in front of these guys. Okay.
I'll have it in no time.
Take a look at this.
The work of a moment.
Let's take the money. Dirty Rigbert, Daisy, Langdon, and Sleeg. Let's talk with Dirty Rigbert. Right. Everyone knows the plan. Up the wall, in the window, grab the jewel for the pretty little lord. We got it. Listen, dwarf, if I have to. Langdon, we have company. What's going on here? A smile like a ragged scar stretches across the man's face. Well, that's the least of your concerns, friend. You've made a grave mistake coming here. He raises his blade. Oh, well, there we go. Sleeg, okay. Peter Voss, you're going to deal with Dirty. You're going to deal with him. And you three are actually going to concentrate on Sleeg. Let's go ahead and get your great sword up and running. Okay, you're going to get your valorous defense. You are going to mark this target. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. Oh, looks like she can cast some spells. I don't want you to do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and help Kana out. Oh, wow. That was over rather quickly. Okay. Sagani. Go ahead and move this person, please. And go ahead and wound Langdon. Wonderful. Go ahead and attack Langdon. Holy cow. We're just tearing through these people. See what I mean about the endless paths really being a good thing to do at least a few levels on? It just makes everything so much easier. Well, let's see what they had on them. Okay, Thieves' Letter. Our contact inside Raymond Manor will leave a secondary story window ajar. The window is ajar. No, it's not. It's a window. He's confirmed the location of the heart of the White March in a hidden chamber. Get your crew together and head to Brackenbury before Lord Ramon moves the jewel. A.D. Okay, we got a fine rapier. We got mail armor, coif, and some drugs. 2-story job. Okay, we got a pistol and some money. And we got some normal stuff. Let's go ahead and see what this has to offer. Sleeg. Okay.
Sure.
What do we got going on here? Let's go ahead and... oh. Sneak. Aha! There we go. I knew there was something missing. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually enter in this back room. Make sure we're checking for traps. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that something in here is going to be trapped at some point. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I like it when I'm wrong. Okay.
See now what the flame has shown us?
I'm not wrong. Here we go. Let's go ahead and deal with this.
The work of a moment.
And we got some money. Money. That's just lovely. And is there anything that we need to deal with in here? Nope. We just got a book. Bookity book. We're booking it. I do not want slow mode. I do not want slow mode active. Well, we dealt with these guys, so that's one way to look at it. Now, onwards and upwards. Let's actually see how much time we have left. We have enough time to do at least a little bit of hunting around. No, we're not gonna take a look at that. Let's see here. Is there anybody up here? Does not look like. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the Expeditions Hall is about. Mercenaries.
The dozens may not like us foreigners much, but they certainly don't mind taking our coin.
Okay, here we go. We got a person to talk to. Bandolier. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. Bind the Nimble. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bind's giant slayers run things around here and you'll be fine. Never heard of them. His eyes narrow. You have now. Stick around Defiance Bay and you will again. Plenty of bounties to go around, but there is a reason the Giant Slayers get the lion's share. Remember that. A voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Bine! You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Weenan's right. That coin ain't gonna collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin toward the door. See you around, pup. I don't like these people. Okay, let's go talk to Weenan.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
The rough-looking man glances at you briefly as he scans the mercenaries milling around the room. Tell me about the dozens. Weenan's expression becomes serious, the timbre of his voice deepening. Good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Deerwood. Not as fancy as Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. And at least they remember somebody else's roots and pretend to be like them, he means. Your roots? Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Deerwood's freedom 150 years ago, but we're the ones who protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Guardhammer destroyed Wydwin at Evan Dower Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Wydwin wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women. They walked out of Helgot Citadel and faced down a god. Held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need a matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We've got new enemies now. If it's not Widewen, it's his damned legacy. It's the damn soul butchers in Brackenbury making things worse on all of us. Probably causing the whole thing, one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Deerwood once, we'll do it again. Winnan casually nods your way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? Goodbye. We are not going to associate with the likes of these folks. I don't particularly like them very much. They're kind of annoying. The Expedition Hall, I mean, I really want to do a lot of their missions, but we're gonna do a bit of roleplay, and just in general, I don't agree with how they want to take things. I don't necessarily agree with everything that the Animancers have to do, and we'll see that later on. But the Expedition Hall, it's not so much like both the Animancers and the Dozens, they want to help people, quote unquote. But it's folks like Eder, it's folks like Sagani, like ourselves, like everybody else in our party who's actually, okay, we want to help people, but you can't have an ego about it, really. These folk here in the Expeditions Hall have so much pride. And in many ways, so do the Animancers, especially like the person we saw down in the basement of Raedric's keep. So let's talk with Osric.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your
The man
fucking
watches the
blade
training
up.
adventurers
That
with
dummy was armed and had your head off.
disinterested contempt of someone whose skills are wasted in this setting. He barks at one of them. For the last time, Edwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off. Farewell. Okay, I don't want to talk with any of these people still. Let's go and see if we can actually talk to the armorer. Don't know if they'll actually let us buy anything special because of what they said. Let's talk with
Good day,
Solon
stranger.
anyway. The woman looks up from polishing a dagger. Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? She raises an eyebrow. Or are you betting on one? How long have you been in Admeth's Den? She leans on the countertop, drums her fingers. Oh, a few years. I got in the minute the last merchant cleared out. She nods towards the main area of the hall. They've got new expeditions venturing out every week, so this is a great place to do business. And the Dozens make loyal friends and loyal customers. So long as you stick by them. She taps the counter. The vendor who was here before me, they ran him out when he sold the best helms to a pair of Crucible Knights. I've been careful not to make the same mistake. Can I buy something? I'm afraid not. See, the Dozens only do business with me so long as I only do business with them. And they're good customers. She jerks her thumb at the door. But if you get on Osric's good side, he could make an exception for you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Farewell. Again, it's no big loss for me because we'll get stuff later on. Okay, nothing to do here. I definitely don't want to steal from them, though. I have the sneaking suspicion that there is karma to be had. We're actually going to call that an episode. If you've enjoyed, go ahead and hit that like button or give me some feedback if you prefer. Of course, if you enjoy my other videos, then a subscription to the channel would be absolutely fantastic. As always, it's great to see you all here at the Fox Den. I hope you come back next time and pull up a chair for some more Pillars of Eternity. Alrighty, you take care now. Bye.